Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some fun and easy ways to create a beautiful designer Christmas tree on a budget. This is going to be another episode of my I Love Christmas series. Don't forget to check out the rest of the I Love Christmas series on my channel here, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. Follow me over on my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I also want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. If you all are watching this in real time, it is actually Thanksgiving Day. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day with your family and friends. And no matter where you're at, that you're just giving yourself grace. You've been given another day, and we can sit with this day and the days coming forward in gratitude and joy and peace. So thank you for being here. Thank you for this day, and happy Thanksgiving. Without further ado, let's go ahead and grab our ribbons, deco mesh, ornaments, and let's get to decorating.
To get started decorating this Christmas tree, I did want to go ahead and add some deco mesh to it. I really love to do that because I love really full Christmas trees. So I'm just taking the Christmas tree branches and I'm crossing them over on the deco mesh. And I'm starting the deco mesh at the top, and then I'm just pulling out about 12 to 24 inch loops and kind of swirling it down the side of the tree. And I'm just taking the little evergreen branches and crossing them over on themselves, and then I cut it off at the end, and then I start at the top again, and I just add some deco mesh to kind of give it that extra fluffy fullness. I want to do a Candyland peppermint tree, so I want this tree to be really nice and full and whimsical, and I wanted this pop of red to just give it lots and lots of color. Now this is a really beautiful tree. You could go with on almost any style on it. It has lots of really bright lights on it. So here's just a little bit of a close-up shot. I'm just taking it and I'm creating poofs, and then I'm crossing those evergreen branches over on themselves, and then I'm finding another kind of big hole in the tree, and I'm just pushing the mesh in and then crossing those branches over on themselves. Again, this tree is rather large, so this larger mesh is definitely working really well. Now the thrift store also had this candy striped mesh. I believe that this originally came from Hobby Lobby, or possibly Walmart is also carrying the big large patterned deco mesh. So I'm just starting at the top. This was so perfect for my candy cane tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and start at the top. It was used mesh, so I did have to trim off a little bit of the furled edge, and I'm just going to go ahead and also continue to kind of ribbon it down the tree. So I'm taking about 12 to 24 inch poofs. It really does depend on how big you want your poofs and how large your Christmas tree is. So this tree was a little bit larger, so I wanted to kind of create bigger poofs, and I am absolutely in love with this. I have never tried a pattern mesh before. I've always admired it and thought it was super pretty, and I don't think normally I would have spent the money, but it was so cheap at the thrift store. Now I did notice though that you can get this at Hobby Lobby for about $10 a roll, and then if you use your coupon or maybe even buy it after Christmas on clearance, you may be able to get yourself a pretty darn good deal. So we're just going to continue to ribbon that mesh down. Now there was only one roll of the candy cane mesh, so I really had to make it work. So I used the candy cane mesh down the two front stripes of the tree, and then I had a little bit enough to kind of go down the edges of the tree, and I just filled in the edge parts with red when I ran out of the candy stripe mesh. You can see I was only able to get a couple of poofs, but I am going to fill it in with some ribbon, so that is no big deal at all. And this is just my little Christmas crafting studio Christmas tree, so I thought it would be fun just to play around with different ideas with this one. So here is how my Candyland Christmas tree is looking with just the deco mesh added. I love the way that the lights kind of reflect into the mesh. It looks so pretty. It's going to be so beautiful and full. So I'm taking two of these giant Olivia bows. I will link my huge bow tutorial sharing with you guys how to make these big bows down in my description box. So these are actually ridiculously easy, you guys. I promise you can make these big bows. So I just made one Olivia bow for the front and then one Olivia bow for the back, and then I added tails to it to kind of cascade down the front of the tree. I wanted this tree to be really whimsical, like it was a giant present in my little Christmas crafting studio. So fun for kind of a Candyland little theme that we're going for. And bows are a great way to add a tree topper without spending a lot of money, the ribbon and the bows. So now now I'm taking some more candy stripe ribbon and I'm just beginning to kind of add some ribbon into the tree. So I'm crisscrossing it. I start at the top and I crisscrossed it down and then back over. And again, to attach the ribbon, I'm just using those evergreen branches. I'll even use some of the same evergreen branches that I was using for the mesh. That way I've already got them in there. So I'm just adding in some more candy cane ribbon. You guys just get creative with this and have fun. I love to add tons of ribbon. Of course, you don't have to add this much, but if you're like me and you love to go totally over the top and get super whimsical, this is just a fun way to add ribbon to the tree. And again, I was kind of challenging myself not to buy a whole bunch more ornaments besides the ones I had picked up really inexpensive at the thrift store, because this is my Christmas crafting studio tree and it is Christmas is kind of beginning to wind down as well. So now I'm just going to add a couple of those giant candy cane ornaments again that I got half price at the Goodwill. Definitely check out your local Goodwill and check their sales because they do run half price deals at ours. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the smaller ornaments. I like to take my ornaments and go really deep into the tree. So when you look into my Christmas tree, you'll see several different layers of ornaments. And then Mr. Romantic had this fun little idea to go ahead and put the hooks on the ornaments and then put them on this little hanger for me. It was super helpful because this tree was huge and I had a lot of ornaments to hang. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea if you guys had access to, a hanger and somewhere to hang your ornaments. Comment and let me know if you guys have any other wacky, fun ideas for ornaments. I know my little hooks tend to get really kind of tangled. And for this tree, I did have to use hooks. My flocked tree, you guys have probably seen me decorate. I don't have to use quite as many hooks, which is kind of nice. And then there's those little DIY cupcake ornaments that we made. We made those in my last video. They're super easy to make. You just use some little cupcake liners and some old ornaments and then add some puffy paint and some little puffy little goodies to the top, and voila, you have some fabulous little cupcake ornaments. Here's also some more little candy striped ornaments we DIY'd with some empty mesh tubing. So fun. I love to share with you guys how to repurpose and reuse. So here we go with a little bit of close-up of some of those fun ornaments that I found at the Goodwill. I thought they turned out absolutely perfect, and then I even added in some real candy canes to the tree. I always leave the plastic on, but I think candy canes are a fun way to add some whimsy to the tree, and then you can even tell little kids when they pop over to your house, maybe your little nieces or nephews like mine, I tell them that they can go ahead and have one of those off the tree. Now I'm going to go ahead and tidy up my studio, and I had to share with you guys, Mr. Romantic surprised me with this Dyson vacuum, and I absolutely love it. I have never had a really nice vacuum, so I was super excited. It is cord free and it comes apart, so you can just pop the end off and be able to get into some tighter spots, and then it is just super lightweight. And I had to tell you guys about this because I have some back problems, and I know my old vacuum was really, really hard for me to push. So if you guys have a chance to splurge and go for it, those little Dyson vacuums are really nice, and this one was probably the most inexpensive one. Now here is that tablecloth. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little slit in it. It is a plastic tablecloth, but I'm going to put some little packages around it, so I don't think you'll really be able to tell. What I was going for was that cute little whimsical gingham check at the bottom, and this was perfect. It was only 50 cents, and it was just perfect for my studio. A lot of times I get kind of crazy in my studio, and so I want to be able to have a quick tidy up, so that was just perfect. And here it is in all of its glory with the Christmas tree. And I'm going to share with you guys also how I put this mantle together too. Here's just an overview of that tree. Comment and let me know what you guys think. I did go crazy with the ribbon. Again, I really wanted to make it look full and fabulous and just super fun and eye-catching. I love to use a ton of ribbon. Now it is time to go ahead. You don't have to break the bank to fall in love with your home and make it a cozy, inviting space for you and your family to enjoy. I think that it just brings me so much joy to craft and decorate, and I hope it's also bringing you guys joy to see these videos and also to be getting inspired. And I just want to thank you for being here. Y'all bless my heart with your beautiful words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I read all of your comments. It's just such an honor to have you guys here. So here is also the other side of my studio. I have it very minimal because I do craft on that side, so I don't want a lot of decor for me to be bumping into or tripping over. I even had to take that little curtain and kind of pin it to the wall because I was tripping over it, the one to the right hand side. And then here again is that beautiful Candyland tree. Oh my goodness, I'm so crushing on
decorate this Christmas tree. This is the winter season of 2022, and I'm going to be doing a winter romance theme. I'm starting out with this pampas grass. I actually used it this summer to decorate for a wedding, and I just gathered it together in a bundle and I simply zip tied it to the top of my Christmas tree. I'm also reusing these beautiful bridal florals. They're just little roses that are clustered together in bundles. I found them on Amazon, and I shared a DIY with you all on how to take some just regular ordinary summer florals, add a little bit of Mod Podge to the tips of any floral that you already have on hand, and add some pretty glitter. I chose gold glitter because I am doing kind of this winter romance theme. I found this big beautiful gold bow at TJ Maxx. I was able to find 2 of them, and they're metal bows, and so I moved my mirrors around in my living room and added those gold bows. So here's just a close-up of what those roses look like. I feel like they're really pretty, and they also just have the energy of having used them for wedding decor, which I feel like is really romantic. You guys know I love romantic decor. So I'm adding these to the top part of this Christmas tree, and I feel like this is just going to be such a wonderful year. I'm so happy and blessed to be able to have my whole family for Thanksgiving this year, and also my kiddos home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I just feel so blessed to be their mama and to spend these last couple of years with them. My daughter is going to be graduating from high school in a couple of years, and my son and his girlfriend are going to be graduating from college. And I just know this special time could be changing for us. So now I'm going to use this white Hobby Lobby. It's kind of like a really soft deco mesh, and I'm simply going to add it to the top of the Christmas tree. I'm going to gather it in about a 12-inch bundle and just gently wind it down the side of the Christmas tree. I'm going to take the little branches and kind of push them up and around. I want it to feel like the tree is wrapped in love or falling snow or whatever. But remember, you guys can always take these ideas and just modify them to suit your decor style. So you could do red mesh or green mesh or whatever floats your boat, but you're just very gently going to angle it down and use the tree branches to kind of pull the bundles in. Now, you can always use some zip tie or wire or pipe cleaners to secure it a little bit more sturdy, but my tree doesn't get very much movement around it, except for maybe Benji Bear, my puppy dog, but he doesn't really get into it. I know some of you guys have commented that you have cats. Sometimes cats will get up into your tree. So if you do have that going on, you may want to zip tie it or wire it in a little bit better. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to add deco mesh to the opposite side of the tree again, and I'm just going to gently pull these bundles to the side and cascade it down the opposite direction. Again, we want it to feel just like maybe fresh fallen snow, or just like a ribbon candy cascade, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to play some music now and just let you guys enjoy this process of me adding in the pretty deco mesh to the tree.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah.
Here is what it looks like now. Just trust the process. This is just kind of the first layers. The next layer, I'm going to add in this beautiful kind of swirly ribbon from Hobby Lobby with gold kind of laying over it. And this is just some gold ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And just so you guys know, Hobby Lobby has all of their ribbon 50% off. And so I went ahead and grabbed some. And so I'm just going to gently tuck it into the top part of the tree and then begin to wind it down the tree. And I leave them kind of layered on top of each other. And then I just gently push the ribbons into the tree and I just tuck them in. And so I'm really loving this. I love how the soft lights kind of shine through the ribbons and the white mesh, and just gives it this really kind of romantic appearance. And again, you guys can always use wire or zip ties to loop your ribbon in, but I'm just going to gently use the branches and tuck them in. And I'm filming with my camera phone, and so you guys probably see me looking back just to make sure that you guys are in the frame and can see what I'm doing here. I love adding a ton of ribbon. You guys can save a little bit on ribbon if you cut your ribbon into pieces. I've seen people do it like that, but I tend to just like to wind the ribbon down the tree, and that way I can just easily roll it up and reuse it for the next season or in a garland or whatnot. Again, I'm going to play some music and let you guys just kind of enjoy me slowly decorating my Christmas tree.
Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking. There's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby.
So now I want to share with you guys how to make the easiest holiday bow using no tools. And this is for anybody that is bow challenged. You just measure your ribbon from your hand to your elbow, and then that's going to be about 12 inches. And you're just going to take your ribbon and loop it over on itself about 6 times, or until there's 3 loops on either side of your ribbon. And this is going to be perfect for a bow tree topper, which is what I'm going to use mine for. You can also use them in garlands and wreaths and just really any over the top decor that you want to jazz up for the holidays. So this is what I call my Olivia bow. I've shared with you guys how to make this bow forever. So if you're a return visitor to my channel, this is my go-to, you guys. And so I'm going to layer this in with some beautiful white ribbon. Now I'm going to measure this again from about my hand to my elbow, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than the first bow because I'm going to layer it in front. The first bow is the first ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, as well as the second. It's wired ribbon, and I do like spending just a little bit more on the Hobby Lobby ribbon. The Dollar Tree ribbon is good too, but the little bit better quality will hold up longer throughout the seasons, and you can take advantage of the Hobby Lobby 50% off that they have on all of their holiday now. And so once I have this one looped over on itself 6 times, then I'm going to trim that off, and I'm going to share with you guys the next step, which you can take this step or you can skip this step. So you can just layer on top of each other and zip tie off your center, or you can go ahead and find the center and you just add tiny little notches on either side of your ribbon, and then that is going to give your zip tie or your wire something to hang on to, and it helps your ribbon loops really pull out and just be really nice and fluffy. But you have to be really careful that you just use really tiny notches. If you cut too far into your ribbon will flop out. And you can see that little shadow in the background. That's Benji Bear. He's my little studio pupper dog. And so then I'm going to layer this ribbon on top of each other, and I'm going to zip tie it off in the center. There he goes, my little stinker. I had this calming holiday music playing, and there was a bird that came on the screen. I like to just do like jazz music in the background when I'm working, and he was barking his head off. And then he likes to also sit in the window and bark at like any delivery people. So here is how that should look. And then I'm going to trim off some tails. So I just want to cut some tails. I'm going to take my ribbon and fold it in half, and then cut a little triangle in an upwards direction. And then that's going to give my little ribbon loops some nice little tails. And so this is kind of the second step. And I again want to layer these ribbons. I'm going to use the white ribbon and do a little bit of a longer tail because there's more of this ribbon since I made a smaller bow with this. Again, don't forget to dovetail the ends of your ribbon just by cutting in an upwards direction. Whoops, I dropped that one. And then I'm going to tie that off into the center of my little bow here. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I wanted to make it a little bit slower for you, just so you could just kind of enjoy listening to the Christmas music. And if you're decorating or you're cleaning house, you can just kind of have fun and enjoy that. So I'm going to tie this off now in the center and give it a nice little knot in the center. And then just kind of ruche it about. And then the next step of your bow making process, I also want to let you all know to use wired ribbon. That's always going to make your bows stand up really nice and fluffy. The next part of the bow making process is fluffing your ribbon and pulling out each little individual bow loop, and that way you can just make your ribbon look really pretty, and it makes a nice full fluffy bow. So again, I'm going to play some music and just let you guys watch me craft. So for this next bow idea, I want to share with you guys how I'm using the Easy Bow Maker to make a quick little easy holiday bow. This is another great little tool if you're bow challenged. The little prongs in the center hold your ribbon really nicely, and it just makes it so much easier to tie a bow and make really pretty uniform bows. It has a little measuring, tool on each end, and you can find this on Amazon or Deco Exchange. I think they also sell it at your local craft store. But I'm just going to take the ribbon and push it down and then measure it 7 inches side to side. I'm going to make a 3-loop bow, and so basically you just push the ribbon down and then you measure it side to side, and so it's going to be 7 inches and then 6 and then 5. And it's going to make a really pretty bow. Honestly, though, I really kind of like my little easy bow too that I do that doesn't include tools, but these are kind of my go-to bows as well when I just get tired of making them myself and I just want to have to kind of not hold anything, not do anything, and just push it down in here, and then it makes a pretty little package bow. So more music and more crafting. So here is how my winter romance tree turned out. I'm going to share with you guys some close-ups and also some far away shots of this Christmas tree. I added in some pretty woodland kind of deer, these Dollar Tree owls, some pretty white and gold ornaments, and then also just some pretty sparkly goodies. My daughter and I actually decorated this tree together. We had on our pajamas, and I didn't really film the entire decor process of adding in the ornaments because she had requested this year to help me, and she hasn't helped me in several years, and I don't put her on camera, and so I just wanted it to kind of be a special moment between us. So but basically I just layered in pretty ornaments, and here are some of the DIYs we did in the last video with the glam DIYs. And if you all are looking for a different style of tree decor, I've done farmhouse and candy cane and gingerbread, all different kinds of themes throughout the years. All you have to do is go back to my I Love Christmas series on my YouTube channel here and just check that out. So I added these mirrors, which were already in my home. I just kind of rearranged them I put them on either side of my TV to kind of open up the space. I have a very modest home. It's actually the same little original home that I have been in since my kids were babies in diapers. Anyway, and then I decorated the mantle with just some garland and then some pretty sparkling florals and then those pretty little Hobby Lobby lanterns I've had for a while. I put some little garage sale finds. I found these really pretty little pheasants. I put those inside the lanterns and then added in these pretty white furry stockings on either side of the mantle. And then here's kind of the side view. If you want to know how I put the deer in the tree, I simply tied a little white ribbon around its neck and then attached the ribbon to a tree branch and then made sure I had kind of a supporting branch up underneath the deer. And then I just used some of these big oversized gold bows. They're from Hobby Lobby. They were like $6 and I think they're half off maybe. Or maybe they were 12 and half off and made it $6. I can't really remember. And there's more Dollar Tree ornaments. Dollar Tree has a lot of really pretty ornaments this year. And then here's a little shot of my fireplace mantle. Let me know what you guys think if I should add in some pretty ornaments into my mantle. I usually add bows and ornaments into that and make a really big, full, pretty display there. A lot of you all ask about my fireplace, and my fireplace is from Walmart. And then I'm just playing some nice little snowy music, and it had just like a really pretty relaxing theme to it. You can go to your YouTube if you have it on your TV and just type in snowy music or Christmas music, and I'll have these like 8 to 12 hour loops of music and all of that fun stuff. And then in the corner over there, to kind of light up that corner, I added in a small little tinsel tree. So I hope you guys are loving this. Now let's light up this comment section with positivity. Let me know how you guys are decorating your home this year. What theme are you using? Do you enjoy this winter wonderland? I would also like to add in a nativity set. Unfortunately, my little tiny nativity set that I've had for years, it was from a garage sale. It accidentally dropped and broke. So I'm looking to replace that, something budget friendly. I'm going to look at Hobby Lobby, probably, and Dollar General. They have some cute ones. So anyway, I would like to put a nativity set in, possibly under my tree or maybe off next to that little deer. And I do have some really pretty little Dollar Tree cross ornaments that I'm going to share with you guys a fun DIY on. So I hope you guys are loving this and are inspired to decorate, do something a little bit romantic in your home for Christmas, or just something fun, family friendly. And there's my puppy dog Benji Bear. I hope you guys are loving this. There are those lanterns. Again, those are from Hobby Lobby, but I love y'all. And I'm so thankful and blessed to have you guys here. I've done a lot of Red Christmas, so I'm interested to see if you guys like my take on the gold and white. I still need to add in the rest of the ornaments. We kind of did that together, and then I haven't revisited this yet. It was quite a big project. But I am going to kind of evenly distribute some more ornaments.
And to start out decorating this tree, I'm going to use 6 rolls of the Dollar Tree Deco Mesh. So I'm just starting it at the top and I'm twist tying it with the branches. So what you do is just take the branches and cross them over, and then you kind of swirl your Deco Mesh down. So I'm pulling it out in kind of little fluffy, about every 12 inches I'm pulling it out and then tucking it into the tree and crisscrossing it around. I like using the Deco Mesh because it's going to give my tree a lot fuller of an effect. So I really like to go over the top with my Christmas decorations, and I want my tree to look really full and fluffy. So I'm just going to continue to use the rolls of Deco Mesh. I just use the entire roll. I don't even cut it, and it's the Dollar Tree Deco Mesh, if that helps you guys at all. So here is what the Christmas tree looks like with the Deco Mesh just kind of swirled in place here and there. And now I'm going to share with you guys, I'm taking burlap ribbon and then 2 different buffalo check plaid ribbons. I got the burlap ribbon at burlapfabric.com. I'll leave a coupon code below for $5 off. The code is Olivia Fall if you guys want to take advantage of that. But you're just going to take your ribbon, you're going to start at the top of your tree, and then about every 12 to 16 inches, you're going to pull it out and then again crisscross it over and just kind of layer it. And so I went from the top of the tree and I layered it in about 4 to 5 really large loops down the tree and to the side. And then I'm starting at the top and I'm going the opposite direction. So they're actually even going to crisscross. I really felt like it made this tree just really pop with a crisscross ribbon pattern. And I love how the layered ribbon looks. I love the buffalo check plaid, and honestly, I couldn't decide if I wanted to use the red and black or the white and black. So I just went for both of them. I hope you guys are loving this. Definitely comment and let me know what you think about this. So the size of the burlap ribbon that's under it is actually 6 inches wide. And my ribbon strips are cut in about 7.5 to 8 foot cuts. So hopefully that's a reference point for you guys. But if you guys have a smaller tree, of course you'd cut your ribbon shorter. I hope that helps. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions. But I continued to add just more ribbon until I used 1 roll of the black and red check buffalo plaid ribbon and then 1 roll of the white and black. And I got each one of them at Hobby Lobby, and so it was 75 foot total for each roll. So now I'm just going to use some of those Dollar Tree florals. I love making a huge floral tree topper. I'm just taking a pipe cleaner and I'm pipe cleaning these florals on. So I used a variety of some of those repurposed ones that I shared with you guys a DIY on in the last video. I spray painted them, and then just some red berries and some lamb's ear. And here it is with the tree topper added. Ooh, I'm just loving this. Okay, so we need to add some ornaments. Now, I've been sharing with you guys a ton of Dollar Tree DIY ornaments, and believe it or not, these are beach balls and pumpkins repurposed. You guys definitely need to go check out that DIY video if you need some great little ideas on how to make some homemade ornaments for super cheap. Here was another DIY pumpkin sign repurpose that we just add a little red truck to and some bows. So this is why I get started making my crafts really early, because I actually use all my crafts to decorate with, and I do give them as gifts as well. But I'm continuing to add more ornaments, and these are just ornaments that I have collected at the thrift store. So I'll pop into the thrift store, grab a thing of ornaments, and I do that over the year, and that way by the end, when it comes time for Christmas, I'll have a bunch. And so I'm just using this little $1 tablecloth that I found at a garage sale, and I'm beginning to add some more of my fun little DIYs to the base. That is a Pier 1 Imports package dupe that I shared with you guys. And then there's a little thrift store Santa that I found, and another little package that I made. Now, those 2 little packages aren't real, but that center one is. So I'm also love to add Dollar Tree signs underneath my tree. So you guys can see that little Dollar Tree little red truck sign next to that little burlap bag, and then another little sign. I like to do this just to fill the tree out now, because I haven't quite done a lot of my Christmas shopping yet, but it is coming soon. I'll share with you guys how to wrap some packages and also some budget-friendly gift ideas as well. So here it is with all of the beautiful ornaments on it. I used Dollar Tree ornaments, thrift store ornaments, and handmade repurposed ornaments. And there's those little snow people I also shared with you guys how to make. So I hope you guys are loving this Christmas tree so far, and I hope it's also giving you guys some ideas for those of you that have been following along with a lot of my Dollar Tree DIYs, how to use them in your Christmas decor. I have had so much fun crafting with you guys, and guess what? We have so many more crafts to come. I think so far this season we've done over 100 Dollar Tree DIYs. So I love to get started early because lap ribbon. This is not wired ribbon, and I'm just going to start at the top, and I'm going to create like little ribbon loops to kind of wave it down the tree. So I want to, when you're looking at the tree, create 2 waves on each side and then a wave down the center. So I'm just pushing the ribbon in, and then I'm pulling it back out in about 12 to 16 inch loops. And so I did one side of the tree, and now I'm going in with the other side of the tree. And if you guys don't have a flocked tree, or you want it to be a little bit more secure in there, you could always use some floral wire or a pipe cleaner to secure it. But that flocking really kind of helps hold the ribbon. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that burlapfabric.com is offering you all a $5 off coupon. This burlap comes in 100-yard rolls, and I will leave the coupon code below in the description box if you guys are going to be decorating with burlap this season. I'm going to be using quite a bit of it to do kind of a glam rustic Christmas. So here it is with all of the burlap put into the tree, and now I'm just going in with some Hobby Lobby buffalo check plaid ribbon. They also have this buffalo check plaid ribbon at Walmart, and I'm just going to follow the lines of my burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to push the Hobby Lobby ribbon into the burlap ribbon, and so that flocking just kind of holds it. It doesn't have to be perfectly flush against the burlap. I like it to kind of be wavy and cascading. So I ended up doing 5 layers of these loops, so you guys can see one on either side of the tree, and then one that comes down the front, and then 2 in the back to go ahead and finish it off. Now for this tree, I want to go in with a smaller wired silver ribbon. This is just going to give my tree a little bit of extra sparkle and shine. So I'm taking that silver ribbon and I just kind of twist tied it with the little evergreen branches, and then I'm just kind of looping it in and around some of the burlap and the buffalo check plaid ribbon. And I think this is looking so gorgeous, you guys. I've had this idea for this tree floating around in my head for a while now, and I'm so excited to be able to execute it. And here it is with just the ribboning done. Now remember, you all can use this same ribboning style and just customize it to whatever holiday colors you're decorating with. So you can combine it with reds and greens, or just do all glam. You could do pinks, purples, blues, and golds. Whatever colors you guys are using, definitely change it out to suit your fancy. So now I'm just taking this greenery. I use this greenery piece in almost every display. I found it at Michael's, and it's just kind of like a cascading, dripping greenery, and I'm adding it to the top of the tree. And now I'm just going to take and make a large burlap bow. I just looped the ribbon over on itself, and then I'm twist tying the center with this pipe cleaner, and I'm going to pull my loops out. Now I'm going to make an Olivia bow with the buffalo check plaid ribbon, and so I just took the ribbon. This is so easy, you guys. Just loop the ribbon over on itself several times until you have 3 loops on either side, and then I'm untying the pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to tie the buffalo check plaid ribbon onto that. I want this to be a really big, over-the-top, fabulous bow to go on the top of my Christmas tree. And once you give it a little bit of fluffing, this is how it's going to look. And then I did go ahead and add some silver ribbon as well. So again, this is the same process. I'm just looping it over on itself until I get several layers. Just use however many layers that you love. And then I'm going to twist tie it into the center of this. And I actually do have a bow maker. It's called the Pro Bow the Hand, and I ended up using that for part of the bow on this tree. So now I'm just going to take and I'm going to twist tie with a pipe cleaner this bow onto the tree, and I do fluff my bow after I get it on. And you guys can see in the back there's another bow that's very similar to this one that I just tied to the back. So these are actually 2 bows put together. Now I'm taking some of that Dollar Tree. It's a frosted evergreen that they're selling. You guys have to grab that if you see it. It's super cheap and gorgeous. And then I'm adding in some of the pine cone and cotton Dollar Tree stems. So I added 2 of the evergreen branches and then 2 of the cotton and pine cone stems. I thought that would be super gorgeous for kind of this glam look. And then I'm taking some of those Dollar Tree white berries and I cut them apart on their stems, and I'm just adding that to the top. So for this tree topper, you're just going to pipe cleaner it on. And then I did even add some lamb's ear that I found at Walmart from the fall season. So now that we have all of our ribbons and bows on, I'm going to take some Dollar Tree ornaments and just begin to kind of push them into my tree. Again, the flocking really helps them stay really well. So I'm using these larger white sparkling ornaments. I actually got those at the thrift store a couple of years ago. And then I'm using some of those Dollar Tree sparkling ornaments, the ones that have kind of like the little mirrored accents on them. And then Dollar Tree is also selling some really beautiful ornaments ornaments with pearls on them. I found quite a few of those and I added those to this tree as well. They come in an ornament shape, in a Christmas tree shape, and they're white and then the champagne color. Now I'm using some of those cute little owls. I added those, and then we also did a bunch of ornament DIYs on my channel with the Dollar Tree baby blankets. I have those added in and around the base and up a little bit higher as well. And here it is. There is that snowman that we DIY'd, as well as that large oversized package. There's the Dollar Tree little pillow that we made. We DIY'd the ladder, the glam candles back there, pretty much everything. A lot of what you guys see here, excluding that wood chip tree, is DIY. This was a garland that we DIY'd. It was a Dollar Tree garland. It came out so fabulous. I was so excited. It's a collaboration with my dear friend Ramon at home, and also just this beautiful tree. You guys, I was over the moon excited for this. And then the little ladder over there was super fun. We made it using the Walmart paint sticks and some scrap board. So here is this tree. Comment and let me know what you guys think about this. I was over the moon to try this. Again, I've had this idea in my head for quite some time, and I think it came out so gorgeous, sparkling glam with a little bit of farmhouse rustic flair. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited for Christmas. I am just crushing on all of these fun DIYs.
Okay, so I'm going to add some deco mesh to this tree. We're going to start out with my designer tree look, and this is just deco mesh from Hobby Lobby. You can grab some from Dollar Tree. Truth be told, I have not shopped Dollar Tree's Christmas section yet. I am trying to use what I have on hand this year. And you're just going to take your deco mesh and you're going to loop it at the top of your tree and begin to kind of spiral it down. So I spiral it down and cross it over and then kind of move all around the tree in just kind of this little crisscrossy pattern. To secure it, I'm only using the evergreen branches on the tree. I don't use extra pipe cleaners. Now, if you're doing a designer tree, maybe you're decorating for a bank or whatnot, you might want to go in and secure it with like a zip tie or a pipe cleaner or whatnot. But I feel like this is sufficient just for a little studio tree. I'm adding in the second layer of deco mesh, and I started from the opposite end, and then I'm just going to pull it over and kind of crisscross it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't be scared of deco mesh, you guys. Just have fun with it and go for it. It is so forgiving, and you're going to layer decor on top of it, so you're really not going to see it a lot. If you're like me and you go crazy with lots and lots of decor. But what it is going to do, it's going to fill out all those big holes that can kind of be in your tree that make it look a little bit less designery, in my opinion. And if you guys are wondering, my outfit is from Amazon. It's a cute little Christmas dress. I just thought it'd be fun to dress up for you guys. I'm kind of playing Mrs. Claus in my Christmas crafting studio. It's a little bit of a mess. I apologize, but hey, we're going for it. I had to get up on a ladder for this. I'm also adding in some ribbon. Same effect here, where you're just kind of adding it to the top and then like letting it kind of cascade down and crisscrossing it from side to side. If you guys want to go check out more of my DIY decorating Christmas videos, I have a huge I Love Christmas series on my YouTube channel. All the videos are organized into a playlist. All you guys have to do is hit play on that playlist, and you're going to see years and years of content of DIYs that I've been doing here on YouTube for you guys. I'm also posting a lot of that content over on Facebook for you to enjoy on a daily basis. So it's really fun. I'm going to be posting my new content, some of my past stuff, and just kind of really mix it up for you. So again, this is episode 1 of my I Love Christmas series. I am going to be doing a $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway in this series, and lots more giveaways, but just starting out for week 1, we're going to be giving away Hobby Lobby. Okay, now let's decorate this Christmas tree. I'm so excited to share this one with you guys. Okay, so there's the bow that we made. We're going to add it to the tree topper. This is going to be our tree topper bow. Just take and zip tie that in, or however you want to get it up there. And then I like to add another one to the back of that too. So I like to add 2 giant bows. Now here's a nice little ornament hack. Take a pipe cleaner, run that through your ornament, and twist tie it onto your tree. It just makes that ornament be able to kind of nestle down into your tree, because you don't want to see a hanger hanging from an ornament if you're doing more of a designer look on your tree. That's just a little hack from me to you. I'm going to add in some of these cute little peppermint ornaments. These peppermint ornaments have been collected over the years from garage sales, thrift stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. and just, pretty much everywhere. So this one in particular, this larger one, is from Michael's. They had a great run on kind of the Mrs. Claus theme a couple of years ago that I grabbed, and they probably still have it again this year. Now, I'm not sure that Michael's has out a lot of their Christmas. I haven't been into Michael's. These little gingerbread heads were from Hobby Lobby last year, and then so are the little kind of country Christmas ornament that you saw me putting in first. I think it's fun to add a character theme to your trees, especially if you're going for grandkids. Oh, and also just a little thing. I don't have grandkids on the way yet. My kiddos are in college, but I am hoping for them one day. So I am going to keep all of this gingerbread stuff, and I'm going to go all out when my grandkids come, playing Mrs. Claus, baking cookies, and having a gingerbread tree. So anyway, I'm just layering in more ornaments. I like to stagger my larger ornaments, kind of hang one here and there, and then add in some smaller ones and larger ones, just to kind of really fill out the tree. I hope you guys are enjoying me dressed up as a Mrs. Claus or a Santa Claus helper, and are having fun getting inspired for Christmas. And then I love to add a big character in. This is a giant gingerbread from Hobby Lobby. He's pretty big, but I am going to share with you guys, I just think it makes it fun. Now I'm going to string a little pipe cleaner through the back of his scarf. That's how I'm going to attach him, and then just tie that pipe cleaner around the evergreen branch. And that is going to add in our gingerbread tree, or our gingerbread to our tree. I've added all kinds of characters to trees. You could add nutcrackers, you could add gingerbreads, deer. You can get really, really creative. It's fun to add just a couple of these really big pieces and then kind of push them back into the tree, and then allow your ornaments to kind of nestle them down in. But you are going to want to keep adding in ornaments in and around some of those larger themed ornaments. And then, think about grabbing some of those goodies from Dollar Tree, like the wooden signs, painting those to match whatever your theme is. Okay, so here's a smaller gingerbread. I wanted to put her kind of at the top. They have these at Hobby Lobby, these gingerbreads. They're so adorable and so sweet. Another fun thing would be to add in a gingerbread house to this tree. I do have a DIY Dollar Tree house that I'm going to add in. You guys can see I have some ornaments popping off. A lot of times when I decorate a tree, I have to go back in and re-secure things if I add in these bigger pieces. But anyway, so yeah, I have another box of goodies, and I'm going to save them for a different tree. Probably I want to do a gingerbread theme, maybe in my kitchen. And then here's a chef gingerbread. How adorable is he, you guys? I am just crushing on these gingerbreads. They're so stinking cute. I love it. I think one day my grandkids are going to love it. I know my kids love it. I mean, my kids are in high school and college, but they really kind of go crazy. My daughter got so excited when she came home from school today, and we played actually Christmas music on the way home on our drive home. So that was really fun. And it was funny because I decorated this tree during the day, and then I had to change outfits because I didn't want to show up at her school in a Christmas Santa suit. So I changed back into my normal mom clothes, and then to finish this video for you guys, I changed back into my little Mrs. Claus Santa suit. So I'm dedicated, you guys. I'm dedicated to you. Now, here's a fun thing to do to fill out your Christmas tree just a little bit. You can add in a giant fluffy bow. This is a Dollar Tree candy cane that I made last year. I'll try to find this video and pop it into my Facebook content for you guys. These candy canes, though, are super easy to make. You just find the form, add mesh around it, add some ribbon, cute little bow, and bam, you've got a big, giant, kind of oversized ornament. I noticed that, like in the home decor stores, the really big, oversized ornaments can be really pricey and expensive. So grabbing some of the Dollar Tree, like wooden cutout signs and some of these candy canes and different things like that, it can really save you money, and it can really make your tree look, kind of bougie and designer without breaking the bank. That's what I love to share with you guys. I did have to move this around a little bit to kind of make it fit in here, and that bow, let me tell you, it needs some fluffing. It was from last year. Okay, so here's one of those little Dollar Tree gingerbread houses. I'm going to pop that in here, and I'm going to try to grab those videos on how I did some of these Dollar Tree items and pop them in at the end of this Christmas tree decorating. They are from last season, but I think you'll enjoy them anyway. That's just a little Dollar Tree wooden cutout, but you can paint it and make it look like a gingerbread. They also have gingerbreads, and I'm going to share with you guys that too. This little candy piece, I think, is from Walmart. And then some of the ornaments are from, Dollar Tree, the thrift stores, garage sale, just, wherever. Hobby Lobby. I love using my little Hobby Lobby stuff. But if you mix them in and put some statement pieces at the beginning, and then add in some of your less expensive stuff or your more DIY homemade stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to make another quick little loopy bow here, and we're going to add that into the tree. You guys, this is so fun. I love adding in tons and tons of bows, and this is going to be a loopy layered bow. And hey, guess what? My birthday is in a couple weeks. Can you guys guess how old I'm going to be? Oof, I don't know if I should ask that question, but I love y'all, and I'm so thankful to have you guys here. So add in some fun stuff to your tree. Add in those characters, just make it fun. Have a fun Christmas this year. Look forward to it with joy and love and sparkle in your heart and all of that good stuff. Okay, so again, I'm just going to add in this cute little bow, give it a good fluffing. Not the best angle here, but anyway. And I secure my bows usually with just the evergreen branches. So here it is. I think I need to move this mirror. It seems a little bit distracting towards the back of it. And this is a really tall pencil tree. It almost is too small to decorate this heavily. I really think that, but hey, I'm going with it because there's such a small space right here in my studio to really put a tree. And I just wanted the backdrop to be really happy. When you guys tune in to watch this Christmas series, I want a big old smile on your face. So as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know. What's your favorite DIY in this video? Which one would you be recreating? I'm going to be giving away that $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway, so you guys got to comment down below. Let's light up this comment section with positivity. Remember, when you spread positive comments and vibes, that is going to influence and help others. You don't ever know what kind of day somebody's going to be having, including myself, or what they've gone through. A lot of people don't talk about their pain or their struggles, and just be kind online. That's one thing I really advocate for and want to bring to your attention and want to encourage everybody to do. If you see something you don't like, keep on scrolling. You don't have to put negativity out there. And if you see something that you like, maybe a friend posted a cute picture of their grandkids or their kiddos on Facebook, give it a heart, give it a like, spread some positivity and joy in this world. We all need it, let me tell you. It can be rough out there sometimes. So I just want to encourage you guys to keep looking forward to that future with joy. And hey, look towards the end of this video and look for those DIYs, those simple little gingerbread DIYs I'm going to share with you guys. They were, again, from last season, but hey, sometimes if it's not broke, don't fix it or whatnot, or just enjoy this. But yeah. And there's my little Christmas aprons. Hey, those are from Amazon. If you guys want to pop on Amazon and type in candy Christmas Christmas aprons. And then the cute little stocking is from the thrift store. I think it was a buck. And then that little nutcracker is from the thrift store too. The Christmas sign is from Michael's, and that was from years ago. So I don't know if you're going to find that one again. And then this tree over here, I believe, is made out of coconuts, and it was from the thrift store too. I know you guys go crazy over that tree every year, and I'm never able to give you a link for it. But hey, I think I do have an Amazon link down in the description box of the YouTube video for this. You guys can go check out some of the goodies that I find on Amazon. And also don't forget to check out Totally Dazzled if you like to use bling in your Christmas decor. My friend Natalie has a small business and she's amazing. We love to support small businesses, so go check that out. To get started decorating my designer-inspired tree, I'm going to take pieces of a ribbon that I've cut into 4.5 foot strips, and I'm just going to start at the top of my tree. I'm using the evergreen branches, and I'm crossing the branches over on top of the ribbon, and I'm going to wind the ribbon down the tree. I chose wired ribbon, and this ribbon is from Dollar Tree. I chose a sparkling red ribbon and then 2 different checkered board pattern ribbon. This ribbon they actually had out during the fall season. If you cannot find it now at the Dollar Tree, you could order it on Amazon, or you could also find it at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to wind it in kind of a cascading waterfall pattern, and you can just kind of pull it in and around the tree. I also want to let you know that this is a 6.5-foot flocked tree from Walmart. So you can see I'm just kind of pulling the little loops out, and I would say my loops are about 10 to 12 inch loops. Now I'm going to start in a different section, and again I'm using 4.5-foot pieces of ribbon that I pre-cut. Now if you have a taller tree, you may want to cut longer pieces of ribbon. Again, I am using wired ribbon, and this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree, so you do not have to break the bank and buy super expensive ribbon to create this designer inspired look. Now again, I'm using 4.5-foot pieces of ribbon, and I'm using 3 ribbon pieces together. Again, I'm kind of cascading them in a waterfall somewhat pattern, and you can tell it looks, I would say, a little bit of a hot mess right now, but bear with me because we're going to make this all come together. So now I'm starting on the other side of my tree, and I'm making it kind of meet up with the little spots that I've already cascaded down one side. So I cascaded down and I went to the left, and then now I'm cascading down and going to the right. So you just kind of want to create a little bit of a crisscross pattern, and it does not have to be perfect because we are going to layer so many beautiful ornaments on. You're not even going to see really the ribbon pattern after you're done. Now I'm using some Dollar Tree poinsettia picks, and I believe I used about 5 to 6 picks, and I'm not cutting them apart. I'm just popping them into the tree. And these are the smaller kind of poinsettia picks. You just pop them into the tree, and it's going to create this beautiful burst of color. So again, you do not have to use high-end designer picks to create a really beautiful tree. Go to Dollar Tree, pick out some beautiful picks, which they really do have some beautiful picks out right now. Now the picks that I chose are just the Dollar Tree poinsettia picks, and they're the ones that have kind of a really pretty, almost a velvet feel. So I used 4 bundles in my tree, and then I'm just pushing some bundles into the top part of the tree. Now comes the favorite part to make a big beautiful bow. So I'm taking the ribbon and I'm measuring from the top of my hand to my elbow to create my bow. And then I'm just going to loop the ribbon over on itself. And for a reference point, if you're new to my channel, this is what I call the Olivia bow. So I'm going to loop the ribbon over on itself a total of 6 times, or 3 times on each side of my bow. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to link a big bow video down below for you guys if you need help making bows. So you can see I'm counting my loops, and again, I want to have 6 loops. Or if you guys only have a certain amount of ribbon, that's okay too. Again, this is all Dollar Tree ribbon. Now this black and white check ribbon is actually from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree did have that black and white check ribbon. I used so much of it during the fall, though I did end up running out. Now I'm finding the center of my bow, and I'm going to cut 2 little notches, one on either side of my ribbon. Very, very tiny notches. You don't want to cut too far into your ribbon because your ribbon will fall apart. The notches are important because it'll help your pipe cleaner have something to hold on to. Now bear with me. I'm going to do some super fun holiday dancing, ribbon dancing, or maybe awkward mom dancing, really, because I'm listening and jamming out to some Van Morrison, or I'm really not quite for sure, but definitely some 70s music while I'm making my ribbons. Okay, so again, I'm just doing the same type pattern here where I'm measuring the ribbon the length of my arm, and I'm going to do some more dancing here, but I'm basically just going to layer these ribbons all together. So again, find your center, make some little notches, and then you're going to use a pipe cleaner to tie this all together. So here we go. We're going to layer this on top of your last little bit of ribbon. And what we're doing is we're going to create a Christmas tree topper. This is what I love to do. I love to create a big bow on top of my trees. And I'm going to make this underneath my poinsettia topper. Okay, so again, I just measured the length of my arm, and this is going to be my last set of ribbon. Now, again, this was from Dollar Tree, and it was the fall ribbon, but you guys could always just use buffalo check plaid ribbon. They have it at Walmart. They have it at Hobby Lobby. Pretty much everywhere has buffalo check plaid ribbon. Even I think Dollar General has it. Okay, so find again your center. You can make the little notch, and then you can just tie it off with a pipe cleaner. So you're just going to layer these all together, and this is going to create that big, beautiful Olivia bow that that you're going to use as a tree topper. Have fun with it. Take a deep breath. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. I promise you, keep trying. Now, listen, I have been addicted to the Easy Bow Maker. So if you've been using your Easy Bow Maker, you can easily make a Christmas tree topper with the Easy Bow Maker. So go for that as well. Now, here's the fun part. The part that I love is to fluff your bow out. Again, more awkward mom dancing or fun and fabulous dancing for the holidays. Jam out, put on some music and have fun with this. But really pull out all of your notches in your ribbon because that is going to fluff your bow. Lots and lots of fluffing. That is a key to your bows. I love big bows and I cannot lie. You have got to fluff your bow. Pull out all those ribbon loops. That's really going to give your bow that standout wow factor that you really, really want. And then you're just going to take that pipe cleaner and tie your bow on. Now, see, here's what I'm talking about. Even after I fluffed my bow, I'm going to fluff it some more. And there's your big plume on top with your poinsettias. And then you can even go in and add more picks to the top of that. You guys know me. I love to go totally over the top. This is how I do my trees, but you guys do you. Here's the other tip I have for you. These are just ideas for how you might want to do your tree, but use your creative eye, which I know you guys have one, and use the colors that you love. So instead of using this buffalo check plaid, use pinks, use purples, use blues and silvers and champagnes. You don't have to do my colors. You guys can use the same style, but just use your colors. Now, Dollar Tree is also carrying pine cone picks. Who knew? They're really getting high end, you guys. So add some pine cone picks, add some berries. They're carrying these beautiful champagne berries. You can add glam into your farmhouse, which I absolutely love. Now I'm going in with more Dollar Tree ornaments. I'm telling you guys, I used all Dollar Tree supplies on this tree, minus some Walmart poinsettia picks that I add on the end. So get creative, have fun.
Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here. Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting.
Now, the other thing I also have to mention when you all are choosing your ornaments, even from Dollar Tree, choose ornaments that are sparkly, that also have some softness, like the little Dollar Tree sweater ornaments, and then also some ornaments that are shiny. So try to choose a variety that will give your eye some interest, and even some handmade ornaments that'll give your tree some sentimental value. So really have fun and go for it, and also have your kiddos pitch in, jam out some Christmas music and have fun with this.
Oh yeah, the Christmas spirit's coming on. Love is in the air, my heart is filled with peace. It comes back every year just to set my mind at ease. Oh, Christmas is a part of me.
The next thing I want to tell you to keep your eye out for, if you love to do designer-inspired looks on a budget, is Dollar Tree is putting out packs of cedar picks. They come in a 6-pack. They are an excellent thing to add to your tree toppers, to your wreaths, especially if you're going to sell beautiful wreaths or garlands, or if you just want to do a designer look for your home like me, grab some of those. They're definitely going to add some sparkle and shine. The other thing I want you to look for at Walmart are these beautiful poinsettia picks. They're 98 cents. They're putting them out in these farmhouse colors. They also have them in just plain colors, glam, pretty much every color they have. These have been my secret weapon for years and years and years now. And I'll tell you what, I have had the best time decorating this tree. Christmas is my jam. I love decorating. You guys know me, I love decorating, period. But I love decorating for Christmas. I could honestly do a Christmas tree for every single style. Here's another fun thing that Walmart is putting out. They're putting out these cute little curly Q ting things. Now, for some reason, they're $1.48 and their poinsettia little clips are only 98 cents. I don't know why. Maybe the little curly Q things are harder to make, but grab some of those. They just really make a huge difference and a really big impact. So, I just sprinkled a couple of the poinsettias throughout this tree, and it really helped all of this buffalo check plaid colors come together. So truly, this tree was very, very budget friendly. And I can almost guarantee if you guys wanted to try this look, it would be so easy to do because I know the majority of you all probably already have some of these colors on hand. Now, here's a little trick. Grab a really inexpensive piece of fabric. This is just this checkerboard fabric. It's from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was maybe $6 for about 1.5 yards or 2 yards. This is just some Amazon boxes that I wrapped in some gift wrap. And then these are some Dollar Tree DIYs. Go check out the rest of my I Love Christmas series. You guys, we have done almost 40 Dollar Tree DIYs just for the 2020 season alone. I'm going to link a huge I Love Christmas series playlist down below. It's going to take you through hundreds, and I mean hundreds of Dollar Tree DIYs and Christmas decorating, fall decorating, so many different ideas for you guys to do on a budget. Listen, I know so many of you guys may be on a budget this season, or you just want to do designer inspired looks and have money left over to spend on your loved ones. So you can make your home fabulous. And I love to share with you guys so many things. I know so many of you guys have been telling me too, you're coming together and decorating with your friends and family, or you're doing projects with your loved ones. So I just want to encourage you guys, have fun with it, keep up the good work. And crafting is also really good for your mental health. I know it is for me. So check out how cute all of these Dollar Tree ornaments just look, clustered together, layered on top of one another. And then here's some of those little DIY poinsettias we've been doing. You can make poinsettias out of ribbon. So maybe you can't find those poinsettias at Walmart, or maybe you can't get out. Look, you guys can do these and make them out of ribbon. They're so easy to do. So go check out that DIY video.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. I am so thankful and blessed to have you all here. The fact that you guys love to craft and decorate it and just join me is just such an amazing blessing, and it never goes by me that I get to do what I love, share what I love, and share that with you all. I am a one-woman show. It's me, you, and this camera. So just thank you guys for all of your grace, your love, and your prayers. They're so felt. And remember, you all have a voice in this little old world. I know sometimes you can feel powerless with so many different things going on in this world, but you have a voice. You can use your voice for good. And what I'm talking about is you can bless others by being kind, by putting love and joy out to the world. And if you're on your Facebook page, give somebody's post a heart, a like, a comment. Remember, the written word is very, very powerful. So use your voice for good. Even in the comment section of this video, light it up with positivity and just joy. If you need prayer, ask for prayer. If you want to share a recipe, share a recipe. If you want to share how you're decorating your Christmas tree this year, or how you're not decorating, or what you're doing in your life that's positive, that can uplift others, even liking people's comments. And if you see something negative that's out there in this world, you don't have to comment. You can keep growing. You can block those posts. You can just hide people or whatever. I just mean that to say in the best way that we don't have to put negativity out in this world. So let's be positive. Let's have a day of gratitude, of joy, of thanksgiving. I know I have so many things to be thankful for, even in my trials. And trust me, the last couple of years have been a whirlwind, and there's been some really amazing highs and some really crazy lows. So I just want to tell you guys that to encourage you guys to keep going wherever you're at. I love y'all. I can't wait for next week's videos. We're going to be doing more Christmas decorating. I want to throw in some baking and cooking here and there. I don't think I'm the best at it, but I do kind of love to try my hand at it. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. If you have some amazing recipes, drop them in the comment section. I love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a gorgeous, blessed day. I'm hugging your hearts. And until our next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.